thank you so much for clicking on today's video. As you can see in the title, I want to talk to you about all the books that I read in August and September. So yeah, let's get started. September and August was a really good month for me in the reading, and I was super happy because I had never had this I get out from a reading slump, and I was really happy because I was eating the books like really fast, and I was so excited to pick up the right books. I am very excited to talk to you about all the books that I got. You can see a few right here. I got it right here in my phone, in order and how do I read them. So the first book that I finished in August was Fangirl Ball number 3 by Rainbow Rowell. This is the cover. This is the manga adaptation of the original book. I tried to read the original book before, but for some reason for me it was a little bit boring. I was more interested in read the manga than the original book. We follow the story of this girl named Cat. She had this trauma that she can be around like people. She's kind of obsessed with some characters that she read in a book when she was a child, and I feel like it is her safe place. We see how she locked herself so much in her little world that she don't let nobody else in besides her sister and her father. The main character in this book, she kind of annoys me because she is too much like she's so concentrated in her little world, she don't let nobody help her out. If you couldn't get into it in the book, I recommend you to read the manga. I give it 3 stars because, like I told you, I don't know if I can connect with her, because for me she's so annoying. Like I know it's complicated, her situation, but it's like a girl, you don't let nobody help you. Even the people that you say that you love, she don't let nobody help her out, and that makes me but it's fine. I give it 3 stars. Then I read Love by Ellie Hazelwood, and I love this book so much, so much. I love Jack so much. We follow the story of Elsie. She's a theorologist. I don't know how to say that. She started having problems to find a job because it's not used to. It's like a really hard for her career to find a job or something like that, the most if you are a woman. So she is struggling with the money and all that, so she downloaded this app where you can date people, and basically they pay you to date people. Yeah, she is basically like a company lady, that's how you say it. But she don't do nothing sexual, nothing like that. She always put the rules, and they basically pay her to go out with them, and she got free food and everything. One of her customers, he had a brother. His name is Jack. He's the main character of this book too. I feel all her books are like a fast reading. You read them really fast, and the romance here is really beautiful and healthy. Is my second favorite so far, and I give it 4.5 stars. Then I read The 7 Years Slave by Ashley Pompston. And she tells the story of this girl, or this woman called Clementine, who has lost her auntie, which one she was really quite close to her. But before her auntie, she let her apartment. This one is really special because once you enter to this apartment, it takes you 7 years in the past. So we have a little bit of fantasy in this book, and we see also how our protagonist, she deals with the loss of our loved ones, someone who she really loved a lot and was like really close to her. And we see also how that affects her in others things in her life, like her job, love life, friendship, and all that. The romance is really good and healthy too, in kind of way. The cover is beautiful, look at it. The details and all that, and it's yellow, it's like a pop. You can just grab the book and all that. I really recommend you this book. It's really good. It have a little touch of fantasy. The romance is really good, and he called her Limoncito, like a little lemon. And yeah, really recommend you that. I really love it. I give it 4.5. And yeah, next, then I read The Love Wanger by Lynn Painter. This is a cover, another cute cover. We follow the story of Haley and Jack, and they met first in a wedding because his sister wedding in a really hot way, and after that they become friends. But in the way that they become friends is really funny because they were like they feel like they are not good in love and all that, so they make like a wanger. That's how you pronounce it. It's a really fun and cute, beautiful book. The romance is really good, and it's rare because the first time that they meet together, you can see the chemistry that they got, but if they are too that they can tell to each other that they like that much. So we see in this book how their love is growing and growing in a very healthy way because they start as friends. Let's skip the part in the way they meet first. But there's a little part in this book, the male character do something. He was like a perfect the whole book until he do that thing that for me it wasn't like a really good action. Like it makes me doubt a little bit. It's a really good book. I really recommend it if you want something funny, cute, and fast reading. Okay, let's talk about this. I finally read the first 3 books and the novel of the Avatar series, and guys, I am so happy of myself because I give this series a chance. The hype is really real. It's real. Like this whole series, it got me a lot of things, and I don't know if it's the fact that because it's my second fantasy series that I have read in my entire life. Like I told you before, I only read romance. I'm tired, you always saying the same thing. First fantasy that I read was The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I have never read besides that other fantasy series of books, and I am so happy for giving this series a chance. You don't understand how good is this series. Like it was salseo all the time. So this is the first book. I calls A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. In the first book we follow the story of Feyre. She's a human who live in this world where fairies and all those creatures, fantasy creatures, are real, but for humans these fairies are dangerous, and they got this rule where humans and fairies cannot relate. So they made this rule where humans and fairies cannot relate, so they make like a big wall, muralla. But what happened is the Feyre, she was trying to hunt, like to get some food for her and for her sister and her father. So she kills a wolf. That it wasn't a wolf, it was really a fairy, like a in disguise, like a disfrazado. For her punishment, they took her to the fairy world. But it's kind of dangerous because humans are very fragile, because all these fairies had powers and all that stuff. They're really strong and tall. A lot of things happen in the first book. There's a love triangle, if you like that. At the beginning I wasn't really into it, but then when I pass the page, after the page like 100 or something, everything started to go like crazy. A lot of things started to happen, but the ending of this book, it was like a phew for me. Like, I never thought that I will love this book so much, like because everybody says, oh no, the really good book that everybody went crazy is the second book. And then in the second book, when Rizan, everything, I know the hype. It was, this book was like a too much. We got, I can't say too much because it's going to be a spoiler, but at this point I think most of the people know about this. There's a lot of spoilers out there. I just started the first book and I already knew about things that was going to happen in this book and the third one and the other one, so it wasn't like a surprise, and was like a big spoilers, and it wasn't funny at all. But even like that, I still enjoy this book so much. I really loved them a lot, and I can't wait for Sarah J. Maas give us the other books that are coming. The fantasy world, the romance, and the way that she writes everything in the salseo, she give you a lot of teas in this book that you get like crazy. I give the first book 5 stars. The second book, I give it 5 stars as well. The third book, I give it 5 stars as well. It was like a too much, bro, I'm telling you. It was too much. A lot of things happens in this book. This book was too much for me. It was too much. You see how I give a little things here? I'm so happy that I start write it down in my books. I can reread my favorite parts and chapters and all that. Oh, this one was a really good one. And you know what? I think that I like this book a little bit more than this one. Y mira, que here we had more Ristan and everything, and I love Ristan with all my heart. But I don't know which one should I. And this one I give it like a 4.5. It was like a novella. We follow the story of the characters after what happened in book number 3. My goal for this year is to finish the series before the year ends. I still have to read Court of Silver Flames. This book, but it's a chunk book. It's like a more than 700 pages, I think so. Okay. Let's talk about this book. I love this book with so much passion and madness. It was like a really good. I was like I finished this book like in 2 days, I think. It surprised me because I never thought that I will love this book that much. And it's sad because I seen everybody got this book in their TBR, but they're not reading this book. You should. Why not? Give this book a chance. It's really good. So we follow the story of Ari. She's like a really free woman. She don't like to type up with persons. And then there's Josh, controlador, and also he's a chef, so he can cook for you. When these two meet each other, it's really funny because at that time Josh was dating her roommate. Ari have a crush with her roommate, who is Josh's girlfriend at that time. And it was funny because the first time they meet, it was like a little tension between them. But something happened and they like fall apart. It's funny in romantic kind of way how life put you person in your life like constantly, because after they met the first time passed like a month or years, and they met again, they have a little conversation and they fall apart again, and then they come back to meet each other until one day they have like a little conversation and they become friends, and after that the love story start. It's a super cute story. I love this book so much. I don't have words. I don't know what to say. Like, and I hope people give this book a chance. Like, it's really good, and I can't wait for my favorite booktuber to start talking about this book, because it's like it's really good. It's really good, and there's a lot of salseo. And Ari, the character Ari, she's really funny. She comes with a lot of things that makes you look at this girl. Makes you say like this girl, she's not. Please, I need people to talk more about this book. Please. That's all I got for the video today, guys. Thank you so much, you little person who stay until the end to watch me talking. I hope that you liked the video. Please subscribe and like this video if I make you smile, or one of your favorite books was here in this pile of books that I just talked about. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's all. Thank you. Bye.